Hey, what's going on, everybody? Samuel Akem here, and I'm back with another one. I appreciate you guys tapping into yet another one of my breakdowns. Today, we are breaking down the game of Eli Gillman, starting running back, sophomore running back, going to be a junior going into the 2025 season at the University of Montana. He has had two stellar seasons back-to-back at the University of Montana. He won the Jerry Rice Award last year for his 2023 campaign that led Montana all the way to the national championship. He followed that up with an 1,100-yard season, 15 touchdowns on 167 carries, averaging 6.6 yards a carry. Now, one thing I really like about Eli's game, and one thing that I think stands out about him is, he had another running back who had over 700 yards last year. Nick Osmo now had a minicamp invite with the team in the NFL, but Eli this past season only had 2 games where he had over 15 carries. That was the first game of the season where he had 15 against Missouri State, and then that was against Tennessee State in the playoffs where he had 20 carries. Every other game he had under 15, and a lot of games he had near 10 carries. So Eli Gillman is a phenomenal player. I'm going to be breaking down some of his highlights, some of his top plays. You guys make sure you guys hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you guys leave me a comment down below, and we will get straight into it. Okay, we're looking at the game of Eli Gillman. We got some of his bigger plays on here right now. He's a big play guy. I think he's got breakaway speed. He's shown that on his tape. He runs away from people and he makes big plays. He doesn't get a ton of carries, but he's a very productive running back with the carries that he gets. And right here, they're going to run this inside run play right here, looking like an inside zone run play. Eli Gillman, one thing I like about him too is his agility in the hole. He's really good. He's got really good vision, but he's got really good agility to set up some of his moves, to set up defenders. Like watch right here. You're going to get the end zone view here in a second, but look at this safety right here. Watch how Eli puts the move on him to set that up. He's got a really good block from Sawyer Racanelli right there. That safety gets caught up, and Eli Gillman's gonna take it for a big time run. Big time run. And look at this. This guy has a good angle on him, and this is what I'm talking about with this breakaway speed. He's not getting caught. Good angle. I think that DB had a good angle on him. Eli Gillman is able to beat that angle and get to the end zone. So this is what I'm talking about with this move right here. Look at the move he puts on this DB right here, just to freeze him a little bit, just to give me some space to get to where I need to get. Freeze him right there, get to the outside, switch the ball hands, which I don't see, some running backs don't always do that, and sometimes it irks me. I only played running back as a youth ball, but I know that was something that always stood out to me, as my coach is always telling me to switch the ball, and even as a receiver, that was something I was always cognizant of, switching the ball. This is probably Eli Gillman's best run of the season. I love watching this play, absolutely love watching this play. They're gonna run a counter run right here, and a lot of times you want it to hit right down the hash marks right there. Tennessee State does a good job of making him spill it to the outside, and honestly, it seems like they got him dead to rights, but Eli Gillman is gonna make it do what it do. Good stiff arm right there, good move to make this guy miss. Really good stiff arm right here. Excuse me, get out of my way. Good, put the foot in the ground. Once again, Sawyer Racanelli being that good lead blocker, making a lane for Eli, and then Eli finishes it in the end zone. Really good job right there. Really good job right there. Watch him, patient. Eli shows amazing patience behind the line of scrimmage. He is never, ever in a hurry to make the run be what it's going to be. He's always going to take the time to set up the blocks. He's always going to take the time to let the blocks settle, and it shows up a lot on in his game film. A lot. Really good run right there. It's going to cut off before he gets to the end zone, but you guys get the premise. Really big time run right there. So this was a play, and all of these plays are me just showing Eli's big play ability. This was against Western Carolina. They're down 17-0. They need a play. The TV copy, I don't have all 22 for University of Montana right now, so that's why I am doing TV copy, or else I would be doing all 22 for Eli Gillman. Trust me. But the TV copy didn't pick up this whole run, but I did want to show that, once again, 50, 60 plus yard run to the end zone when they needed it, but just a big play guy, So here, once again, another big time play, being patient behind the line of scrimmage, letting those blocks set up, running behind his linemen, and making it into a big time play. Now this time, I do believe he has breakaway speed. He's not going to show it right here. He's going to get run down right there, but he gets tackled inside the 10-yard line. Really good job right there. There you go, you get to see it right there. No block set up or anything like that, just good blocked up well by the offensive line. Got to be patient in order to see the hole, which he is patient to see the whole workout. His linemen keep working. Really good job. The hole's not always going to be clean, but you make it what it's going to be before it closes up and turns into a big time explosive run right there for Eli. Here you go right here. Another big time play. This is against Missouri State, that first game of the season. Once again, being patient behind the line of scrimmage. Really good jump cut to the outside. Good stiff arm. And taking it to the house. Finishing it in the end zone. Really good job right there. Really good end zone shot right here. Get that guy out of there. Good block from his tight end, Jake Olsen. And he's finishing it in the end zone. Really good time run. Big time run right there. This is against North Dakota. They ended up losing this game, but Eli had a pretty decent game in the first half. Hitting it down the seam right here. Hitting it down the hash marks right there. Really good blocks from that offensive line. Sorry about that. Really good blocks from his offensive line. Getting in there and taking it all the way to the house. Another 50-plus yard touchdown run. Eli had a lot of these in his game last year. I don't know if we saw a ton of breakaway runs from Eli in the 2023 season, but I feel like in the 2024 season, that was something that he really showed people that he has the capability to do, and he has the speed to finish him in the end zone. Here's Weber State. Just an easy toss to the outside. Little misdirection right there. Tossing it to the outside. Got two pullers, so kind of like a pin and pull concept. You're pulling your center, pulling your left guard. Pulling your left tackle, getting that tight end block down, getting Schaefer to block down, getting Eric Barker to block down. Everybody's blocking down. You're pulling those two linemen outside. This is what we call clinic tape. I mentioned clinic tape when I was talking about Montana State football. You see clinic tape all the time, and this is a clinic tape run as well. But Eli has the speed to get it into the end zone. Really, really good job. You go right here, 1st and 10. I really like this jump cut right here. I do think he wanted to hit this down in here. This is an inside zone run. I think he wanted to hit this down in here. The block doesn't work out the way you wanted it to, but because you ran it so far down close to the line of scrimmage, those linebackers also have to run down. And once you hit that jump cut to the outside, they buried themselves, and he has the speed to finish it in the end zone. Once again, really like his agility, his patience, his jump cuts. Behind the line of scrimmage, they really work out well for him. There was a clip last year against Montana State where it was in this end zone actually, and he set up the block so perfectly. You guys can go back and watch the clip on Twitter, but it was a really good play. Here he's going to show some of his power. He gets hit around the 5-yard line, maybe 3 or 4-yard line, and he has the power to be able to drive and finish it in the end zone. Finishing for running backs is a big thing for me. Finish in the end zone, finish your runs, finish, and Eli showed that ability multiple times last year on tape. Here you go. Once again, another good jump cut. The blocks here, that linebacker Peyton Wing, who's now part of the University of Montana squad, gets in there. Eli's able to jump, cut out of the way, and turn it into an explosive run. You go right here, a hurdle, and down on the 1 or 2 yard line. Nothing crazy on this run right here. Split zone, inside zone run, and just some of that athleticism. Hurdling guys. He's hurdled quite a few players during his time at Montana. Want to see him hurdle somebody and finish in the end zone. That's what I need to see. Really good run right here. Once again, another hurdle. This looks like more of a mid-zone, outside zone play. Blocked up decently well. Maybe a missed hold right there, but good block. Blocked up pretty well from the offensive line. Eli knows how to wait and let it be what it's going to be. Good hurdle right here, and good finish on the run. Here you go right here. Good power, lowering that shoulder and finishing in the end zone. I mean, this is one of the best runs that Eli had in the 2024 season, outside of that Tennessee State run. Doesn't get the greatest blocks, you know, guys missing blocks here and there, but Eli lowering his shoulder. I think he was actually kind of stumbling right here, but it just worked out in his favor to where that defender ended up stepping up right when he stumbled, trucking through him, and finishing it in the end zone. Really, really good job right there. Here we go. We got the end zone view of it. I think he tripped. Yeah, he definitely tripped over one of his players. Watch yourself now. Excuse me. And then the power to be able to finish in the end zone. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. You go right here. Outside zone run. Making it be what it's going to be. Getting down in there. Big time explosive run. So, like, this is what I do like about Eli. I mean, I like a lot of things about Eli's game, but, you know, sometimes runs don't always look like they're going to be what you want them to be. Get a guy in the back, in the backfield early on in the play. Get away from him. Good stiff arm to get away from another defender and to make the run into a really big positive. Really good job right there. You go right here. Jump cut to the outside. Another jump cut to the outside. This is against Missouri State. This is late in the game when they need a play. They need to keep getting first downs. They need to get a field goal to take it out of reach. 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Really good jump cuts. Something Eli does really, really well is his jump cuts, his agility. And yeah, so now these are going to be some passes out of the backfield for Eli. Now Montana's not a squad who's going to use, I mean, they do throw the screens to the running backs, and they do throw more than Montana State does to the running backs, but I feel like Eli's a running back who really has that ability in his game. Now he does have some drops, obviously. I think no running back is free from having drops. No receiver is free from having drops. But it's something that I see on his game that I think they could probably utilize by him more. Now, obviously, they haven't done that, and maybe they don't need to, but he's got that ability, and it shows up on in his game film often. On the swing route right here, getting outside. None of these passes are super crazy. It's just showing how, like, you know, he seems to have natural hands. You know, I talk about natural hands a lot. It doesn't look like he's straining to catch the ball. Like, this isn't an easy to teach a running back to catch the ball like this. I feel like sometimes can be kind of frustrating because they don't always get how, you know, sometimes you got to turn it like this, sometimes you got to go like this. Sometimes, I mean, to know how to put your hands in the right position to be able to make the catch and make it an easy catch for yourself is a skill in itself, and I feel like Eli has that skill. It shows up often. So like I said, nothing crazy with the run after catch, but it's just the catch in itself that really impresses me. Here we are here, another swing route. And this is what I mean. No, this isn't a swing route. So this is against Weber State. They're going to scramble out, throw the fade ball to him. And once again, we got an end zone view on it. So we'll show the end zone view, but really good catch. I mean, not an easy catch to make, kind of a back shoulder thrown behind, but finish. I talk about the finish with Eli. He's got the ability to finish in the end zone. A lot of times, you know, players, and it's not even just running backs, players aren't always able to finish runs, finish plays, get in the end zone, find a way to get the touchdown. Things get tough. It's a thing me and my friends say when we're playing Madden. It gets tough down there. You know, it gets tough inside the 5. You want to be able to finish runs when you got to be the ability to finish, and Eli does that often. Here you go right here. Just a really good catch. Easy hands. Doesn't look like he's straining. I know I say that a lot on some of my breakdowns, but it's true. This guy, Eli, does not look like he's straining to catch the ball. It looks like it's natural for him. And then the speed and ability to be able to finish in the end zone is just the icing on the top. Here you go right here. This 3-back set that they have. Where they got, well, I guess it's 2 fullbacks in the back. They might be all halfbacks. I don't know what you want to call them. 2 tight ends, 3 tight ends on the field. A lot of linemen on the field. They are running the ball, and Eli's able to get to the outside and finish it in the end zone. The speed to run away from this defender, not that this defender had a significant angle on him or anything, but the ability to jump cut to the outside. See, you know, they wanted to hit down in here. It's not there. Jump cut to the outside, and the speed to be able to beat that defender to the pylon to get the touchdown. Really, really good job right there. Once again, really good setup. Okay, I love this setup right here. Let me see if they got the end zone. No, we didn't get an end zone. So this is very similar to the Montana State clip from the 2023 season where he set it up. It's same end zone, kind of same run play also too. So this D tackle right here, he kind of wins on this. He wins right here. And Eli knows he wants to end up in this hole, but he knows that defensive tackle also probably realizes that he wants to end up in this hole. So let me show him that I want to get to the outside, stutter to the outside, and then when I get the window that I want, good block here, good block here, good block here. Really good wall built right here. It's not as clean right here. I got to do a little bit to set it up there. He does just that and jump cuts into the hole that he knew he was going to get into anyway and scores a touchdown. Really, really good job right there from Eli. Here you go on the swing route right here, getting the ball in his hands, and he's turning it into an explosive. Good play right there. Another swing route right there. So this is what I mean, like, they don't have like an extensive route tree, and not that, you know, maybe an angle, and I think they have all those in the playbook, like angle routes and other routes that these running backs can run, but it's just not something I see them incorporate with the running backs a ton. For whatever reason, but I think Eli has the ability to do it. He's certainly got more receptions than some of the running backs in the Big Sky Conference, but I feel like he could have more. I feel like he could be maybe a 500-yard running back as well as an 1,000-yard running back. Rushing, 1,000 rushing yards with 500 receiving yards. Easy pass out of the back. So that's the end of it. But this last play right here, easy pass out of the backfield, get it into his hands, finish into the end zone. Really good job right there. Really, really good job right there from Eli Gillman. So I guess maybe we've seen a couple of routes on here that he's ran. He ran a wheel, he ran a swing, he ran that out route right there. So he's got a few routes in his repertoire, but that is going to conclude the Eli Gillman breakdown. I think this guy absolutely has everything in his game. He's got speed, he's got explosion, he's got agility. I didn't find a ton of clips of him in pass pro. I need to do a little bit more research on that and see how he is in pass pro, but I think he is a complete running back. I think a lot of FBS teams will be happy to have Eli Gillman. So Montana is certainly lucky to have him on their squad still. And I'm excited to see how he's going to play in this 2025 season. Thank you guys for tapping into yet another breakdown. Make sure you guys leave me a like on this video. Make sure you guys leave me a subscription on this video. And make sure you guys leave me a comment down below. Please remember, only 80% of you guys who are watching my channel are actually subscribed to the channel. So please just hit that subscribe button. I'm nearing 1,800 subscribers. I'm really nearing 2,000 subscribers. It's been a long year to get it to 2,000, but been upping my content output. So I appreciate you guys' support, and I appreciate you guys giving me the love and support. So thank you guys for tapping in. I will catch you guys next time. See you later.